All right, in this video, I'm going to walk us through what the end user experience is like for service observability, where we're enabling operators to better assess the impact of an alert or an issue within the overall context of the service and the business, and also enabling them to identify potential root causes and what teams should be pulled in to remediate them. So here I am logged in as an operator looking at the express list where I'm getting a bunch of alerts from various different sources, and I'm in charge of triaging them to figure out if they should be incidents or if we can ignore them or what we can do there. So first, I see that this alert is highly urgent and it impacts this checkout service. So I can click directly to see more details about the service and dig into understanding what's the impact. So it's great that I understand that this is an alert on a VM, but I want to understand what that means to our service here. And so clicking this, I get into the service observability view here, where I see the rate, error percentage, and latency for this particular service coming directly from New Relic in this instance. So this is observability data that we're combining with information from the platform about what changes have occurred recently related to this service or any of its related CIs. How are my SLOs doing, or what other services could be impacted if the service is having issues, as well as the actual incidents and alerts that are related to this service or its related CIs, so that I can get a better sense of what's happening overall. But so going back to the actual triage of that alert, I see that, okay, the latency has spiked recently for this checkout service. That's usually a problem because it means our end users are experiencing longer load times on checkout that could materially impact the business. So I need to go deeper and understand who do I need to pull in order to help remediate this problem so that we can get back to business as usual. Using this information, I can dig into the observability tab where I get more details about the service itself, things like the database throughput that I rely on or time I spend in database calls, which looks like there's some particular spikes that are occurring. Or I can understand how's the infrastructure that this service is running on, and could that be a potential cause of the latency that we're seeing. So here I see that there's a particular VM that is above 80% capacity on its CPU. That's likely a problem, and that sounds like I should probably pull in someone to take a look and see if that might be contributing to the latency that we're seeing. So given this evidence, I can use this table to find that the infrastructure team is supporting the particular VM we're seeing a problem with. And I can reach out to that team with evidence and ask for them to take a look and remediate. I can also dig into the databases that are important to this checkout service. Again, this is data coming directly from our APM, and it looks like there were recently a lot of spikes that were occurring on our write time, and then we went back to 0. That is potentially suspicious given the amount of change that's happening there. So I can also reach out to the support team that is in charge of the database, the Postgres instances that are supporting this checkout service with this evidence and get them to also jump in and help remediate. Overall, again, we're combining the context of observability data that you have elsewhere, so like New Relic or Dynatrace that we're supporting in this first release, and combining it with information that we have on the platform about change management and the other relationships or alerts or incidents that are here, giving you kind of the single pane of glass to help understand the impact and potential root causes of issues you're seeing with your system.